And now we are live. So hi everyone who's watching this live or joining us later. This is our new little short and sweet insights with Lionel and Marianne. So we're going to be doing these every Friday, and just little things that we're noticing and explanations to help people understand what's really going on with stuff, because we have a tendency to see things just at the surface level, but there's a lot more that gets involved. And yeah, so I'm going to jump right in and just real short little segments. So we just this before came up this week. We had an experience that we really want to share because it comes in with the groupthink mastermind, the distorted mastermind, and really affects people and really find the importance of really holding our space and really going through that process of saying no to this that we're going through. So I'll jump right out. We're at the
Yeah, there is a lot of choppiness.
Yeah, a lot of choppiness. So this is part. We'll see what happens with the recording. This is part of what comes up. Getting back to, so we're in this event that's very high frequency level, and happens when people are in an event with high frequency level is that it will bring up their distortions. And so there was one person that started to respond to that, and we found this out later, not so much in the moment, and had to pull out of the event. And then what became obvious to us was there was another person involved. So and unknowingly, what's going on is because of what controls this person at a deeper level, that this control source was starting to come through the person and try to control what was going on. That's actually causing this other person to need to pull out, or and I was being impacted because I had to pull out as a friend of mine, and I could feel that this control source was trying to get me to act on, to take care of her, to go this place, to come out of the center. And so what I did was I just went through holding my own space and saying no, and just in my mind saying, no, I'm going to do it. Don't care. I'm not going to do it. Because acting on that would have pulled me off center and would have thrown me into an old pattern that I'm not interested in going to. I can hold my space. This other person can take care of themselves, kind of thing. The conduit for this control piece is totally unaware that this is going on. So at the surface level, we have who are attending the event, are interacting. We're in, and then that's the back notice. So this is the piece that comes in with groupthink. Taking the whole, it's this fog that moves through and just gets hold of people at their weak spots and makes them react. What do you want to add to that, Lionel?
Yeah, I've seen this a lot in various forms of groups where the people that are more vulnerable or susceptible, like you're saying, they can easily get controlled or distracted away from or even move out of the event. Like it happens, like, and it's hard. These dynamics can be hard, but it's part of this awakening process. Because I guess what I want to add to that is, and I wonder if you agree with that, Marianne, is that when you awaken more to these light frequencies, you also have to become aware of more of these frequencies that tend to pull you into other directions that are off track or off your path. So this is kind of what takes place, and it's not really at a conscious level. It happens at these deeper levels where we're holding distortion patterns that make us vulnerable or susceptible to being controlled that way. And that's really what was playing out here, and it's really valuable to mention that for people to become aware of that may be happening. Yeah, so we heard most of what you said here.
Definitely part of the... Yeah, right, and we're kind of overlapping. So part of what's going on here is there's also all this choppiness. Like, I haven't had a problem getting on, and here we're talking about this, and we've had problems getting online. It's going to be choppy, it's good, but we're just kind of pushing through because there's something that's trying to prevent us. I can feel it. Set up the space and push it back. I can feel it just trying to control with us, so to speak. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and just say, it's going to show up. It shows up, and that's okay. So yeah, it's the awakening process, and I mean, there's no way around not being aware of that, because if you're not aware of that as you awaken, you start noticing things at a deeper level. So at the surface level, it's like personal. It's what I'm feeling. This is happening to me with this person. But then there's these forces. There's consciousnesses at a deeper level that are really the ones that control this level, and that are the ones that direct that what is actually happening on that personal level. So as you awaken, you start at that personal level. What's happening with me? And it's about holding your space in that. Mm-hmm. And the same thing will happen. The same distortions will likely come up again as you go to a higher level, but they take on a very different form also. It looks very differently. I'm like, so for a difference in that with me, it's like at the personal level, I might have gotten really irritated with this person and, wanted to kind of tell them to do something or whatever, or take care of my friend who's going through this thing and is needing to pull out, go and help her out and take care of her. And at a higher level, you can feel that, you can see that. And it's like, but I'm also seeing, it's like, no, this is the thing that's coming in and is trying to control me, and mm-hmm. say no to that. So to my friend, it might feel, well, gosh, Marianne's not helping me. And it's like, you got to get to that place. It's like, well, I don't care, because she can hold her space. She can stand on her own and hold her own space. And at least in this context, so yeah, it's a very interesting process, but I think it's important to understand there's that deeper layer, and what that kind of looks like. And I hope we've kind of explained that enough, what that looks like at that deeper level. Okay, so we have some people coming in. I just want to say hi, Nikki and Jennifer. There have a couple of people have joined us. So yes. Yeah, so Jennifer, detachment, yes, absolutely. Yeah. First time here, yes. Thanks for joining us. I think I see you on Instagram, but yes, detachment. That's a really good point right there. And hi, Rinky. Can be tricky. Totally understand. Yes. What were you going to say, Lionel?
Yeah, exactly about this. I mean, as we become more awakened at these more refined levels of who we are, let's say, we also have to stay really aware, and that's part of this, of that purity, which you didn't speak directly about, but that's kind of the consequence or the result of this, because if we allow ourselves to get controlled or taken off track, especially when we start doing work for others, this is also where we need to be really mindful of that level of purity that we're accessing and that we're working from. So so this also plays out in the realm of how deeply can we stay connected to what's really pure and true in the moment. And I think that's also what we bring out very much, and it fits into this because control sources can become really powerful and strong on the other end of that too. And it's not about fighting or resisting those and having forces that are good or bad and having differences like that. It's more about how can, and maybe you can say more about that, Marianne, if you want, but it's like, how do you find balance between the two within yourself while you remain holding your space, like you said, but you remain pure within that connection within yourself from which you work and operate and send out whatever you're sending out. That's the piece I wanted to add to this.
Yeah, so for me, what about our dream states? I feel another entity and wakes me up. Yeah, okay, good question, Jennifer.
Yeah,
but let me answer, first answer what Lionel was saying. For me, it's for me, it's not even a question of balance. It's not about balancing one another. It's in between the two. That's the higher I go, the more that is. At the lower levels, it is kind of a balance, because there's so much leeway in one direction or another that you can go towards one side, the dark or light, quote unquote, and it's like you can kind of mess up and kind of, you know, screw things up and do little bad things, and you won't get pulled off. So it is that balance. But the higher up you go, it's neither one or the other. It's like you're smack in the middle, in between, and there's these two forces, and you have to be in that center line. And in that center line, those two forces will actually come and support you. And I have that. That does come through for me, even in terms of my counsel. So Jennifer, about our dream state, sometimes I feel another entity and wakes me up. Yeah, so sometimes when we are not grounded and really connected with ourselves, what happens in dreams, but in sleep, but also all the time, really, is that we'll get sidetracked into something else, and a dream is very common. And so when you notice that, you know, if it wakes you up, that's good. That's actually a good thing that you're waking up. When you wake up, come into your present moment. And this applies to everything that we just said so far, but it's staying detached and staying present in your body. So coming into that present moment, time, space, noticing your physical surroundings, noticing where you are in your physical surroundings, being very clear of that, very aware with the sounds and the visuals, if you have visuals, but even what you're feeling, what you're smelling, what you're tasting, really coming into present moment, because that entity is probably in another reality kind of thing. Yeah. So that's really good that you're waking up, because it's like your spirit, your higher self is kind of going, Jennifer, wake up. This isn't good, you know.
Yes.
And
exactly.
just come into your own self and stuff. So I didn't understand in the beginning. While detoxing and understanding more, I notice I'm getting pulled out. Yeah, it was so real good, Rinky. Yeah. So yeah, and detoxing can be really, really tricky, because there's all this stuff and you're kind of feeling like you're getting pulled around in all directions, but always coming back to that center alignment and focusing on your spine, you know, and noticing your mind going, yeah, your emotions go, whatever, but coming into that alignment and feeling your physical body, really connecting with your physical body. So you might go, you know, back and forth. What's in your mind come back into your body. Your emotions come back into your body. I get a lot of visuals, and so it's non-physical things that are coming up that I've seen, and it's like having to. So it's like, this is okay. No, that's not me. And coming into my physical body, feeling my physical body really tangibly, and saying, this is me.
Yeah.
So Jennifer, yes, your one last any last comments? These are going to be just short and sweet. So any last comments, and we'll get to your question in a minute, Jennifer.
Yeah, it's just very palpable when you share it right now, and I'm sure that people in the group can feel that too. Is that place of the alignment within, and it's very palpable in the space right here. And this is the space that. If we can access it more and more, we build on that. And this is what I've certainly noticed when we work together. and it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a powerful space. So that kind of feeds into Jennifer's question there. So we round
Yes,
off because these are going to be short and sweet. So yeah.
Yeah, these are real short and sweet, and we're going to do this every Friday, and different little things to kind of bring a deeper understanding for people. And so, yes, we do offer sessions, and this is part of promoting ourselves. And my website is unboundedandfree.com, and Lionel's, you can give yours.
Yes, it's lionelfrancis.com. You'll find it right below our names. Here will be our websites, and you'll be able to find us there for private sessions.
Yeah. And just a quick last question from Jennifer. Sometimes I get a lot of loud frequencies on the left side. Can you speak to that, or is it just my higher self? Your higher self, we use a different term, spirit. You know, it's good to like shift terms around to not get attached to a meaning, especially a lot of meanings that come into certain words. But your awakened self basically is actually all of you. So on your left side, there's different pieces on your left side. I kind of feel like there's something there that probably needs to be removed, or just shift out. I went through, personally, I had this whole left side thing going on for a really long time. I'm talking about years. And slowly, piece by piece, as I was clearing out my stuff, that got lighter and lighter and lighter, and now there's still some little kink in my neck that comes up. So there's been a lot of shifting. So part of it is kind of holding on to other people's frequencies, and you know, shifting that out. So yes, we can help you with that.
Yeah.
So very good. Well,
great.
Thanks for joining in, and we will do these every Friday, just short and sweet coffee break. It's with Lionel and Marianne.
Right. Thank you so much, people, for joining and interacting, and for being here. And hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right. Bye. Thanks for showing up, everybody. And just reach out to us if you need more attention. We'll be glad to help.